Before we get started, I've tried my prototyping. Now I'm showing you. Okay? So here's my prototype. I want to show you the. Let's see if I can show this here. Okay. Okay. So this is what I tried. I wanted to, give a pain reliever for me losing the highlighter while I'm doing. Okay. So my first prototype, that, and I found that I can't close my lid, and then it looks dumb when Tsuyoshi holds it. Right. So okay, here's what I did. Okay. I did it the mending tape version. And now lid goes down. It looks prettier. Okay? And here, like I said, I found out, okay, why not just, put it outside? Yeah? And so here's what I end up doing. This. So, there's so many laptops decorating. No decorated laptops around here. You guys are very uncool people, I guess. But it's so now common to have something around your Apple mark and everything, right? So, okay, I gave this, but this is not the... Okay. This is not it. Actually, this is where it gets a little more interesting. So it's nice, it's fun, yeah, but that still kills the pain. So here's what I did. So I try to kill my pain of my customers or potential customers, and what I end up giving is that, okay, so to enjoy how you store your highlighters, right, and also to show off to your friends that you have something cool, and the product wise, it's not gonna last for 3 months, and she'll buy second one from me. Right? I'm gonna have different versions. Like this is just a Mario. I'm gonna have, old other games. Yeah, old games or like a Dragon Balls or Pac-Man or different types. Very cheap, very easy to throw it away, but different kinds. So so that you can enjoy. So I found this out. I never knew this solution. Okay, I didn't go backwards. I never knew this, but I was trying things. And when I was doing this, I realized that, hey, when I was looking at this, you see my highlighter sticking out here? I thought, this is like a, puppet show. That's where I got this idea. So I was talking to the other guys and he said, oh, maybe this is interesting. And I started to do things. And then when I showed it to the guys outside, it was okay. They kind of liked it, how it looks in the inside. Because now you can download different desktops and enjoy whatever decoration you want to do, right? So about maybe $5, 500 gurai. Maybe. I need to do my math, right? But maybe I can start something like this in a Kickstarter to get, couple grand, and I can start creating. So this was my prototyping. Okay, I wanted to give a cool look to your computer, and also killing the pain of losing your highlighters, and still you kind of showing your little cool guy, little guys sitting around your laptop. Okay, so that's mine. Who's next? Okay, we'll go the order that we did in the first presentation. How about that?
We have them upstairs.
Oh, okay, so then we're going to skip the people upstairs. Okay, we're going to do the people downstairs. Alright? Let's start from, what's your name? No, the team. I know you. Rocket, yes, Rocket in Vietnamese.
Stop. Okay.
Okay. Tell us about. So, please, this time, try to focus. What's the value you found and pursued with your prototype?
So we come up with 3
one solution, okay?
Yeah. So first is it comes together with the cover.
You can show it to the audience, not me.
Up here. So this device comes together with your own cover. So you have a cover. We will
Just like
change
this one.
Yeah. But it has another part that can come up. Can come up. And you just have the support for your paper.
Okay.
Then, yeah, it can go around like this.
Okay.
Or this. If you're left-handed,
Okay.
there's a drill here.
Okay.
So the second thing is you have a pen attached, but our pen is a pen with two functions. One is highlighter, and it has a display like Bloomberg,
Okay.
and it can record the words that you highlight, and it translates, and then record like, for example, Mizu, already erased, but okay, Mizu, and then you press the button and it goes to water.
Okay.
So it translates the words that you are reading, because then you can memorize it.
Okay.
And there is another button that is a shuffle, and afterwards you can just detach the pen and have the pen with you, and just when you are at the train doing nothing, you can go back to the memory
Okay.
and
Test
remember
yourself.
the words that you learned.
Okay.
And then we have this device here that is just, okay, but highlighting in the air would be tough for the arm.
Right.
For the boys that we test, they say they are strong, they don't need. But maybe for a grandma, it would be good to have this device, and then you just like put your arm and you can mark without having to lift your arm. And the third one is this. Something is attached here. It's flat too, but you can come up this and you can put in front of the computer just to put your cup and Gohan, I don't know, and Smarto and something else. There are 4 compartments
Okay.
that you can put different things, not to drop everything in your computer. This is it.
Okay. So what value are you creating? Can you put it in either pain reliever or the gain creator or any mix of that?
I think it's a mix. Yeah.
Okay. So how is it mixed? Can you put it in the pain reliever or the gain creator? Where?
In here,
Yes.
maybe somebody had no space to put the document.
Okay. So you are giving more space. So it's basically it's a gain creator, right? You gain a space, physical space. Okay.
And then the pen
Yeah.
is already not only a device to mark,
Yes.
but it's also a device to make you remember.
Okay. So testing. So that's something additional.
Yeah.
Okay. Help you to test yourself. So that's another gain creator.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the tray is just for you to organize things and
Yeah.
don't drop things in your computer, because we think that everybody was saying that normally when you are working in the laptop and you don't have time, you eat together.
Yeah.
So there must be something to help you to organize your food and
I
drink
see. I see.
without.
So that was the pain reliever that you had in your mind, because everybody seems to have a lot of liquid and must not, drop item around the laptop. So you kind of wanted to have them stored in a way. Okay. Okay. Good. So what's your plan? If I'm gonna give you, I don't know, another time, would you gonna focus on one thing or you go two together
we
at the
talked
time?
with I don't know, 8 boys.
Okay.
There was a group of boys.
Okay.
We talked with them and we talked with one guy.
Yeah.
Both of them just say that the pen would be really good.
The pen.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Why do you think he said so?
Because I think that's 2 in 1. I
Yeah.
don't know, and maybe the boys said that maybe if we have also the pronunciation
Yeah.
would be good, so we can do an improvement
Okay.
in this one.
Okay. Good.
So I don't know if you should focus on the pen or even they like, because they are 3 things together. So
Okay. Okay. Have you Googled it? The pen like that?
no.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Yeah.
Okay, you probably want to. Check on the Benesse.
Yes.
Benesse is a company who provides the educational system to little kids, and they have something very similar. So I'm not saying it's bad, but see how they doing. If you may be, I don't know, this very good competitor, you might be outperform them. You just want to check, right?
They do all the translator and the
Yeah.
testing.
Yeah,
The-
yeah, for kids though.
Like we have free income, so
Yeah, you may have a better chance. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
we can buy the pen from them that's already developed.
True. You don't have to invent whole things all yourself. Okay. All right. Thank you. Now let's move to the group next to you folks. Yes.
What the article says.
Yes.
So, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult to mark with the pen because of it's not enough place, or sometimes, for example, the busy businessman wanted to read the article on the train. So, and also we think that to have a good memories, we how to say writing the actual writing makes us good memory.
Okay. So writing by your hand helps you to memorize or remember. Okay.
But it's not. We think that, but at least we think that the point is to have a log, for example, to get the. We wanted to not forget to have how do you say to have the behavior that
Okay.
we do.
Okay.
So we think it's not necessary to highlight with pens.
Okay.
So we think that if we can highlight with only my eyesight, maybe the result is same, because the point is to remember the words or to remember things.
Okay. So now you get me interested. So
So
what's coming next?
So we try to make mock stuff with the automatically make the highlight with eyesight,
Okay.
and then test.
Okay.
And that's the list of the spring roll.
Okay. So basically, you're tracking the eye motion,
Yeah.
and then you're highlighting the words.
Yeah.
Very high tech stuff. Like yeah. Okay. Yeah. Kind of like yes. Okay. So all right. Well, maybe it takes a long time to discuss how you did it. What did you learn by doing it? Doing the prototype and testing. What did you learn?
The result is that it's almost same as the memory of we ask that
Okay.
is there any kind of foods that we highlight,
Yes.
and we get the result that we can remember.
Okay. So what do you think? Are you providing a new value, or it's just switching how you get the existing value? What did you learn about value creation?
I think we can replace the highlight with the marker
Yes.
for the eyesight mark.
Yes. Eye motion tracking. Okay. So people need to pay for this, right? Instead of just buying a highlighted marker. So yes. What do you think about this competition? Are you able to compete, or what's your sales point? What would you say?
Well, I think I would promote that is illustration.
Yeah.
But for example, the train of the morning is
Okay.
very cloudy, so we
Okay.
cannot do anything
Right.
with the pen.
Right.
So at that time,
Yes.
the the solution is very good one.
Okay. Yes, I agree. So I'm just asking you questions so that I can reach to that discussion. So okay, you replace highlight markers with the eyesight motion tracking. Okay. So this technology replaced the conventional way. Then the question is, who's going to use this, right? So and then you can say, okay, your main target is whoever who uses a highlighter. But if you aim for that, then there will be a competition between highlighting markers and yourself, right? It's going to be very tough. So I agree that you go to whoever who cannot use the highlighting marker, even though they want to mark it, right? So now you said, okay, the crowded trains or something like that, right? And maybe you could come up with some more segmentations or targets, right? So I think it's nice to have a new technology replacing or the old ones, but then you need to think who might really appreciate this. Otherwise, you might be losing against these guys. It's just 80 yen per each, right? 80 yen per each, but you really need to find somebody who is really need this, who's gonna really need this. Maybe their hands are strapped. I don't know. Their hands are cuffed. I don't know, because there's no way they can access to the pens by hand. So maybe you want to think about that segment, a very specific segment that might really appreciate this. Okay, but well, if you can find them, I think you have a chance. Okay, good. All right, let's move next. Who's up? So you're upstairs. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, Sasha.
Just awesome team. Gonna show you just an awesome bag. Okay. What we've got. During these 2 hours, we've spent a lot of time for discussion.
Yes.
Inside the team,
Yes.
and we also discussed with some of people outside of our team. And what we've learned, I think, is we understood that there are two. Not everybody needs our bag.
Okay.
But
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
one step.
that's good.
That's good. You learned something.
But what is more important, there are people who really need it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. The question is who, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Many people have tables at work, at home, and it's okay. Mostly they don't need this kind of bag, but there are people who don't have a table. Maybe at home they don't have enough room for it. Maybe at work they don't have a table at all. For example, staff in hospitals usually need to move around, and what they can have is just a chair, but not a table. So our bag is going to be used mainly as a table. When a person sits on a chair, it can put the notebook on top of it and use it as a stable table on knees.
Okay.
Besides that, some people like to use a mouse, and it's inconvenient to use a mouse when using just a laptop on the knees, but when you have some kind of table, it's more useful.
Yeah.
And even more, we can extend a little part and you use it for a mouse.
Okay.
It can also be used for some sheet of paper for writing.
Okay.
That's the point. And
Okay.
the same, this bag can be opened as we have shown before. We can open it this way. We can also put some stuff above, like here.
Okay.
Because most of the people wants to see some paper and work on the computer at the same time. Not in every case it's convenient to have some space on the left or on the right,
Okay.
but above it's okay. It's the best.
Okay.
And also the space on the left can be used for the persons who like it. So this piece is still extendable
Okay.
for mouse or for paper or for whatever they want.
Okay. I see. Have you tested with somebody?
Yes.
Okay. What did he or she say? Or
First best person was a member of our team.
yes.
That's the member.
Yes.
And when we first tested it, what did you feel?
Or maybe, okay, maybe you can summarize it. What did you learn by doing it? Anything new? Everything was all expected, as you expected, or did you learn anything new?
We've learned a lot of things that that some things are not very useful.
Okay.
For example, some people, when they sit, they put one leg on top of another leg,
Yes.
and it's in this case it's not useful to
Right.
put something on.
Right.
But that person didn't want to use any of it at all because just laptop was enough.
Okay.
So maybe those kind of people just don't need it.
Okay. I see.
Yeah,
I see.
but what we've learned more is the paper on the side needs to be. It's not perfectly convenient to write on it because it can move around.
Yes. Yes. So it's just, yeah, it's just there, but it's not attached. I mean, it's not like.
Yeah,
Okay.
and some more we've learned that on the first iteration we showed you the idea that the upper part can be folded on top of the laptop,
Yeah.
and that's not good idea. People usually don't want to cover
Right.
the laptop,
Okay.
so that idea was not
Okay.
perfect.
Okay. Have you asked your users or test users try the whole sequence? They walk in, sit, and open, and leave, or did you try the short window?
Mostly short.
Okay, because I'm still wondering, so how this thing really actually starts. I mean, so you sit first?
Yeah, you
And
sit
then-
first, you put the bag on the knees,
Okay.
and you open it, then you have your laptop. You
Okay.
can either work this way, or you can just take it away and
Okay.
put it on top of the bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
a little bit
extend.
higher resolution on this, how people actually, behave, can give you some good insights. Okay, so for example, like you said, if he or she crosses his leg, then game over,
Yeah.
right? Basically, your game is over. So, okay, you have somebody, maybe somebody with, this habit works. But if your leg is too low like this, not gonna work, right? That's again, game's over.
Yeah.
So you're very becoming a little bit specific about who might be appreciating this. Yeah. So just like the other team, my question will be, who are these people? So you can say, hey, there must be somebody in the world, but I want maybe try to find the specific kind of people. Maybe there are some people wearing specific clothing has higher tendency of becoming your user. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe with somebody with a very tight skirt, or I don't know, short skirt, or maybe a dress pants, or I don't know. I'm just saying. All right. So then, if you can identify them, then you can think about the value even further, because now you're people who's receiving your value is a little more clear.
Yeah.
Then you can go further. Right now, who do you have in your mind? I don't know. Maybe from somebody from the team. Businessman, women, engineer.
Person who works in a hospital helps people. As this is one of applications.
Okay. Okay.
And
Right.
besides that, people who just don't have table at home and just want to sit back on a sofa and just put the little table on the knees.
Right, right. In that sense, did you Google?
Yes, we have found some cases similar to that, but it's not a bag.
Oh, okay. Now
It's
you can carry it around.
It's a table with extensions like this, but in our case it's a bag that can be taken with you
Okay.
anywhere where you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. 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 Okay. So now maybe it's the same to the other team. So you want to think about who's receiving the value, right? Now you know what your value is, but your value always needs to be received by somebody. Otherwise, you're just pitching in and nobody's receiving it. So now you come in a little bit more specific. Somebody who needs a table, but they don't have, right? Okay. All right. Good. Now you are becoming a little bit more clear about your user and then the values. Okay.
Because at the beginning, at least my thought was just everyone needs it. But at some point I understood that not everybody needs it.
Good, good. You're one step in. That's good. And then of course, if you're really doing this for your job or for your life as an entrepreneur, you want to go for a bigger pie as possible, right? So you don't want to limit yourself to a very small, tiny population as your user, potential user. Okay. So yeah, all right, good. Okay, next, let's go to the team in the back.
Okay.
So you guys are not awesome heroes.
Hero. Yes. We tried this prototype with users, and we have some findings from there, and it's the situation. Wait. We tried the pen goes up, and the another pen also on the table.
Okay.
We tried that situation.
Okay.
And the user didn't notice this pen, and they use it that pen.
Okay.
Yeah,
They never
big
realized
findings
it was a pen.
for us. Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, and we still consider about another options for this idea.
Yes.
It's using the
Rubber band?
rubber band, and it has some another problem to go like that.
Dangerous.
Yeah, and we tried another things.
Yes.
Yeah, and that there's no good solution for that, and we tried another prototypes.
Yes.
This is a pen case,
Yes.
but it can stick
Attach.
on the
Oh, okay.
corner.
I see.
Yeah, and our solution is for the how do you say? How do you say?
So this solution is still not meet our value of the. Actually, the beginning of this idea
Yes.
is to.
Your hanging idea?
Hanging idea is
Yeah.
for we're not gonna lose
Right.
our pen
Yes.
and also save a space.
Yes.
But when we do the prototype, it's not really work. So we try to find something else.
Okay.
And this solution, it's good just only for the value of save the space,
Okay.
but not meet the value of not gonna loss
Okay.
pen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I know probably people are seeing it. Why is not solving that issue specifically?
For not losing it.
Yeah.
So because we still put it on the table,
Right.
and we're gonna put everywhere on the table.
Right. You need to ask your user to put it back.
Yeah, so we're still doing this. Or,
New rubber band idea.
yeah, with the rubber band idea because if every it's the computer. Every computer has the USB
Yes.
thing, so we kind of like put on the USB thing
I see.
like this and click the pen.
Okay.
So pen can go everywhere.
Okay. But you can
And still there.
you know,
It's
add
no
from-
loss.
Okay, I see.
But it will be a little messy on the table.
But still, you're not going to lose it.
Yes, but it's meet the target of not meet the value of not losing the
Losing.
pen. Okay. So we still developing some more ideas on this.
Okay.
But the good point that of what we are exploring
Yeah.
is we can do things by ourselves, like DIY
Right.
at home. So we're not gonna have, like, you guys don't have to pay a lot of money.
It's an easy solution, but it's still a solution that
Yes.
you might try, start maybe 2 weeks from now, start selling. Interesting. What is it? Okay, yeah, DIY
I can
solution.
do it without buying a product.
Right. So maybe not selling it, but you can, start a website just asking for people to do this solution, and you get, I don't know, 10 billion views on YouTube.
And then you sell ads, and then you're money.
I'll create it now then.
Cool. Anything you learned from the testing, other than that people would not notice this?
People learn from this.
Did you see your tester, the user liking your
Some
solution?
people prefer to have stay holding the
Okay.
pen while thinking. So
Ah,
in that case, this is not good.
okay. I see. They want it in their hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
While
Without
thinking.
any strings attached, right?
And sometimes it's distract,
Yes.
like the eyes, because it's moving not this way, but it's like this.
Okay. So your new solution seems to be solving all these issues. Interesting that how you evolved and you're still sticking to the rubber band idea. Well, it's good, I guess. All right.
And I also thinking of like a roller up there, like,
Yeah.
and this is a weight. Let's say like we have like rocks here.
Rocks.
So when it's going up,
Stone Age?
let's say like primitive way, like
Okay.
going up like this,
Yeah.
and when you pull it down, the rocks go up,
Yeah.
right? And you're riding. When you finish, it's coming down like this. So it's more dangerous, like the rubber band
Yeah.
thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's primitive way, but
Right,
I think
right.
it's useful.
Okay. It's more of an infrastructure. Okay. All right. A little more elaborate solution. All right. Interesting. Thank you. I like the way you try to stick with the not losing value creation, because you could have easily moved on to the pocket idea, but I think you were very nice. You were very, how do I say, careful. Hey, we might be just losing our opportunity of having an idea of not losing a pen value creation or a pain reliever. Yeah, so I really like the way how you pursue that. Good. All right. Let's move to the team next to. What was the name of the team?
Question mark.
Question mark. Okay. Oh, question mark. You have it upstairs or?
No, it's
Okay,
here,
yeah,
but
I need to rock it.
it's broken? Okay, so we did 2 tests with 2 different people.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one was a professor from Keio University. No?
This is the only picture we
Oh, this is, sorry, we only
a student.
he's a student,
Yeah.
sorry. He's a professor.
So he was old enough to look like a professor.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so we took video, 5 minutes test on both tests, and he didn't know where the band should be. So okay, it's a little bit broken. So this is the band. So
Okay.
before it was just a rubber band,
Yes.
but it was kind of painful.
Okay.
So we made the band bigger,
Okay.
wider, so it's more comfortable.
All right. So less pressure on the.
Less, yes,
you mean,
yeah.
Okay.
So he had it in a position where the pen would not lay like this.
Okay.
It was stuck in between his finger like that or something. And he was saying, wow, it's so uncomfortable. And then we realized the position of this band is so important.
Right. So that it doesn't get in the way of your fingers.
Yes.
Okay.
And it also moves while you're typing and
Yeah.
writing and typing and writing. It doesn't stay in one position. So that's one problem that we found.
Okay.
And second one was that he was sweating a lot.
Okay.
So we need a fabric rather than this tape. We need a
Okay.
fabric where the air can go through. And the second test we did was on what was his name? What was his name?
Victor.
Victor, yes, that's Victor. Sorry. And Victor.
Another random guy.
And we chose Victor because he held the pen differently.
Oh, okay.
Because we wanted to see if it works on people who hold pen differently. And it worked, it was okay, but again, he said it's uncomfortable. And although it works, he said he doesn't know if he'll buy this. So for us, the important thing was to hold the position of the pen in one position, and it has to be optimum for everybody, and it has to be comfortable and somewhat stylish. But our prototype didn't go to that stage yet. We were trying to, I don't know, position it in one place, so maybe more like a glove
Yeah.
rather than a band.
Yes.
Yes. So this is, yeah.
Okay. So did you figure out, other than it's uncomfortable maybe. Other than that, did you find out why second guy, said he was not gonna buy this?
It's not really cool.
It's not really cool.
No.
Do you think he saw a value that you were trying to present?
I think they said it's kind of nice. They like the feeling
Okay.
of flipping the
Okay.
pen.
Yes.
When it's upwards like this
Yes.
and then sideways. They
Okay.
like the feeling of flipping with the pen.
Okay. So they like that part.
They like that part.
Okay. So that's the good news for you. Okay. So maybe your team wants to go high quality prototyping now, right? Because your basic idea seems to be okay, but your other issues are bugging that basic value, right? So maybe it's the time to make a decision call, right? Maybe we're spending little money and time and making fabric and glove-like, or maybe a band that stays little in a good position like a prototype. Okay, but I'm glad that you found out your value is not too bad. Good. All right. And then I really love that you were careful enough to find out that some guys or some people actually really sweat in their palms. Yeah? But I think a lot of people does, right? And so that's another thing. So maybe you can target those who really sweat in their hands. Then give them a comfort and also a pen. Then you might be better off. So I don't know. Okay, interesting. I like that you are still stick with this idea. You're pushing it forward. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, now who's next? Somewhere around here. Okay, go.
We are Dot, and as Kei said in the first presentation, he said about the pain when you introduce the new solution, and we came up with a solution that costs probably less pain when the user introduces into his system.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, and the system is that. So first, once again. Oh yeah, so the basic idea is deep learning, and so deep learning uses some kind of neural network which connects everything within every element like this.
Yeah.
And what we use it to do is to connect, let the user mark.
Yeah.
When the user marks the words which he doesn't know,
Yeah.
and he Googles them, right?
Yeah.
So then the translation comes up, and then he knows what the word means. But then the software we are thinking about will remember what he highlighted, and then by using the deep learning or the neural network, if he comes to another difficult word within an article, the deep learning network will figure out that which word will be hard for him, and then the software will translate it before he translated in the Google translation. So we did a test in our prototype by having some kind of some people in using Surface.
Yeah.
And what we did was that we had two articles.
Yeah.
One only had a plain text, and we had Google Translation beside of the word software.
Okay, so they can do it.
They can do it manually as they find out each of the word they found which was useful for them.
Okay.
And the second article we asked one of the word which was hard for them to understand, and we translate. Yes, we predicted and translated beforehand. Yes, we did it for them.
Okay.
And then we measured the time as they understood the article.
Okay.
And the first person took 2 minutes and 12 seconds
Yes.
for the understanding the first article,
Yes.
and it took only 1 minute and 11 seconds. 1 minute and 11 seconds for the second article. So introducing the text-based kind of the free translation software was it seemed very good for them.
Okay.
And the second person, the first article was the same, but the second article we asked every single word he didn't know. So that in the article, so we translate every single word for him, and then it took 1 minute 1 second for the first article and only 42 seconds for the second article.
Okay.
So it improved radically.
Yes.
So and yeah, so that's it.
And we're still concentrating on saving time.
Right. We are
So-
trying to
Yeah.
efficiency.
So our whole product comes in two parts: the artificial intelligence software
Right.
and the marker, so that in the beginning while reading, the computer can assess, the software can assess what is the level of foreign language understanding that the user has.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay. So you tested with somebody?
Yes.
We tested with
Teaching
Okay.
assistants.
teaching assist.
Okay. All right. So.
He.
Yeah.
All right. So I saw if you have a little prediction in it, then it'll help them to read. Why don't you translate every single line?
Because in the first place, the Google translation, if you translate the whole article, it
Yeah.
makes no sense. So we wanted to make only the portion, the small portions of the translation to make it understandable. And also during our test, we realized that both of our test subjects noticed that their English level is low, so it can be some kind of business potential for them to boost their English
Okay.
learning motivation
Okay.
using this.
I
So
see.
maybe we can sell it to
Those who are
That's
more
it.
motivated.
yes.
Also, if we translate the whole document, it means we have no sense here, because actually we are not customizing based on your behavior. The whole essence of prediction or deep learning using artificial intelligence is to customize the solution based on your behavior.
Okay.
So based on your ability, English ability say, we are customizing the translation.
Okay.
And we are providing beforehand translation to
Yes.
minimize the time.
Okay.
And the test proved that case.
Good. So put it in a very short sentence. What's the value you're providing?
Efficiency, time saving.
Time saving.
Okay, time saving is one way to say that the value. Can you put it in some little bit more sales pitch form? So
Okay.
maybe a short sentence. How would you pitch to your potential customers?
Learn English in the minimum time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just English, but learn a foreign language.
Right.
Okay. Learn a foreign language in a
Or maybe
smaller time.
English and foreign language in the minimum time.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So if your customer likes that, they'll probably buy it and put it on their desk at work or at home and purchase it.
Right. So it doesn't. It can be free, so it doesn't need any money for the users.
Okay. It'll be free?
Well, we don't know.
We
Maybe.
can sell it to Microsoft.
Okay, right.
Maybe Google.
Right. You might need that, I don't know, whole setup somehow.
Right.
Okay, alright. Well, maybe you probably want to go for a functional prototyping. I don't know, but what do you say? What would be your next prototype? Maybe if you have more time, give it a little bit more time.
Simple application to be developed and testing this kind of features.
Yeah. What would you be looking at when you are testing?
Microsoft, we would like to have Eclipse and C development environment, and that's all.
I'm talking about the user side. So
User side.
Yeah.
We would like to apply the system. We would like to apply the system on many persons, because actually the system is probabilistic. So probability means we need to collect a lot of evidences in order to improve the neural network weights.
Right. Yeah, that's how you provide. So I'm talking about maybe you want to look how more efficient they would learn the language, right?
Yeah.
That will be the driver for
Testing
you.
like the points or something like that.
Yeah, how they improve their learning, learning, right? That's the whole point. Otherwise,
Actually,
Yes.
to see if it's improving or not, we will keep monitoring the time. So, as the
so
time
that
is
does
reducing,
everything for me, I guess.
Yes.
as time is reducing, it means they are improving.
Okay, I would say very technical solution, but maybe it's really nice if you are very sure about this will provide a value to the people. This will provide a function to the people. That's one thing. Whether it'll provide a value to the people, it's a totally different thing. You understand that, right?
Yes.
So, all right. So maybe something that you really want to keep that in mind. Okay, providing functionality and providing value is sometimes very different. All right, good. All right, let's move on to the next guy, somewhere around here, who has a solution in this room. Okay, because the other guy is maybe upstairs, right? Okay.
Our team still trying to figure out. I mean, like develop some idea and then try to get some insight.
Okay.
But I think, eventually our team decided, okay, we need to concentrate still on our previous idea that we have this space limitation.
Yes.
So consider that you have someone right in the right side of you, and then also on the left side.
Okay, you're crowded area.
Getting crowded. So we need to narrow our user,
Okay.
just like I said, who's gonna buy it and something like that. And then we're thinking that, okay, how about we get our user to be more specific, and then okay, let's say to which kind of place would you like to put your laptop, both also with your paper. And then we're thinking, okay, some place to hang around, maybe like Starbucks or something.
Okay.
Then we think that, okay, why don't we sell something, not sell, why don't we put something for Starbucks, and then the products is intended for the user, for someone who came to Starbucks and use that kind of situation. So we're thinking about something like this bookshelf. So maybe you can get those things like this in the cashier, and then when you buy your drink, and then you also get this kind of there, and then you put your laptop here, and then if you have, crowded people, and then you start typing, you cannot put your stuff here or here, and then we got this bookshelf, and then just put it like here, like this, and if it's something, just take it again, and you do the works. But then, finally, is this the things that, are we doing the right things? And then, okay, let's try. So then, we've got a volunteer.
Okay.
And here's what happened. Yeah, you explain.
I explain. Okay, so Sugi, he tried prototyping.
Okay.
So we explained the situation where he's sitting here, and then Starbucks is very crowded.
Yeah.
So I was sitting here, and then you were sitting here. So he started doing the things, and then we didn't tell him that this is the bookshelf or anything. We just put on here. So he totally ignored the thing. I don't think he even recognized this is a bookshelf. So.
It says there's a bookshelf.
Well, then eventually we said this is a bookshelf.
All right.
right? So he was started doing that, and then once we saw that this is a bookshelf, and then he was like putting like this, like he couldn't even find out that like this thing is going.
Oh, okay.
this
And you
way.
didn't see a slot there?
So it was a little bit takes time to figure out how
Okay.
to use this thing.
I see.
But then he finally found out that how to use this bookshelf.
I see.
But then he told us that if this thing is on the counter of the cashier, he doesn't want to pay from the cashier,
Okay.
or he's kind of bothered to ask them to give him a bookshelf.
Okay.
But then he gave us the idea that if something on the wall,
Yes.
and if he can pull, and then this thing shows up, then he might use this, you know?
Oh. Okay.
But then this kind of gave us another pain
Yes.
because then
Okay, so-
we have to make the shelf to
Yes, the
you know
special
use
shelf.
yeah. But then we have an insight that when he started using this book and then laptop at the same time,
Yeah.
when he find out that he doesn't have any spaces,
Yeah.
he used his lap to
Yeah,
put
put it on.
things on.
Okay.
So then our insight was to maybe we can like come up with something like not on the lap, but if you use it like for a long time, you're
What about the bag over there? That works.
yes.
Sasha's bag might solve your issue.
Yeah, so we wanted to like work for something like that using maybe lap or
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But and then at the same time we were kind of stuck that idea because like we kind of stuck idea for the game station space.
Yes, yes.
So it was kind of hard to get out those ideas and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, the situation you gave me was very clear. I mean, it happens, right? So what I thought was it's going to be very interesting if you can solve two pains at a time. One thing is, of course, the limitation, right? If you can solve the pain for Starbucks at the same time, oh my God, this product can fly, right? Because what's the pain of Starbucks you can think of? Crowded Starbucks, having somebody open the laptop and having this situation. What do you think their pain, the Starbucks pain?
Limitation of space.
Yes, space
They could
limit.
have another person more coffee.
Right, and then you tend to, how many drinks do you buy when you're studying in Starbucks?
One.
One, right? They don't like that. Of course, they don't like that. So if you can make people buy two while they're doing this, then that'll make many people more happy, I guess. So I thought, oh, this is very nice. You open up a new horizon, of course, new problem to solve. But I thought it's very nice if your space limitation solution can solve a Starbucks issue. Then it's very clever. Maybe it's safe to say it's innovative in a way that's trying to one solution, reaching for two birds.
Because we think that like individual maybe doesn't buy a bookshelf.
Right. Right. Because
So-
you need to walk that
right,
around.
like
Right.
who carries that?
Yes,
so
yes.
we were thinking like
Mm.
the specific spaces that
Yeah.
maybe like we can sell to the company so
Yes.
the company can buy
Yes.
our things.
Yeah. So you see what happens. So maybe you may be prototyping the product, but you were just giving the context just for testing. But it all of a sudden gave them a new thing to think about. Hey, this isn't for a product for basically the consumers, but it's basically B2B business. Right. And then you start to think, how can I solve the pain of the business people, of the Starbucks sellies, things like this? Then your product you can get it out of your stock. Maybe. Interesting. And I really like that, your laptop is on the table and other thing is on your lap now, right? So that's kind of ironic and interesting. You can,
That's the point.
Yeah.
It's thoughtless acts.
yes,
Yeah.
So they don't think it, but
Yeah.
just do it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting, isn't it? Your laptop is on the table and you have other things on the lap. Your laptop is no longer on your lap, right? So I think there's a thing that you can think about. Interesting. All right. Thank you. I know you're stuck, but I think you can. That's how you search for opportunities to get out of this. Good. All right. One more team's on this floor, or everybody's upstairs now. Upstairs? Okay, one more thing. Okay, good. We have two teams that all of us want to come upstairs to see a whole room painted. No? Okay. Okay, maybe why don't you move there so that everyone can see. Yeah. Okay.
So do you remember, I'm sorry, our team name is Unknown Sweet Potato.
Okay.
Do you remember our previous prototype?
Yes.
Which he showed to everyone.
Yeah.
So I hired,
You hired.
DA to test
Okay.
the prototyping.
Okay.
And
Oh, can you quickly remind us what was your prototype?
the
previous one?
prototype is bookmark. So if we put the sticky note
Yes.
on one page.
Ah, okay. Okay, that help you to. Okay.
Yes,
Scan
strange,
something.
yes.
I see.
So he tried to use that prototype.
Yes.
He said there's one good point and one bad
Okay.
point. So at first this is bad point. I like by myself to remember important things.
Okay.
He wants to write by himself.
Okay.
But
Instead of the machine scanning.
yeah. And but he often cannot find what he wrote
Okay.
because it's not so organized. And if he write down in a small paper, it is go away. So he cannot find it when he need it.
Okay.
So I think this is really good comment from him. And we revisited the first question: who is the target? Again. So we make a grouping to 3 parts. So one is those who likes working hard late in the night. So maybe they should do it. So we cannot provide any solutions. The other is who doesn't like working hard late in the night. And we can divide it into 2 groups. So one is need to remember something, reading material. The other is need to make out like a report or presentation.
Okay.
So his comment is this need to remember something. So we decided to
So basically he studied.
yeah.
Okay.
So we decided to tackle these specific topics.
Okay.
And we understand that handwriting experience is very important.
Okay.
So now this is our prototype.
Yes.
This is notebook,
Yes.
but it should be organized information.
Yeah.
So looks like just notebook, but this is typewriter. So interface is actually exactly the same with notebook.
Yes.
So they can looks like notebook and writing on the writing using pencil, but still the information is saved in this gadget.
Yes.
And also we can edit or reorganize. So to change the page or something.
Okay. Or to change the order.
Yeah, order.
So basically, it looks like a notebook. It's a digital device.
Yeah, device. But still provides a handwriting experience to remember.
Okay. I see. Have you tested your new prototype?
No, we don't have time to test new one. So we just tested old one.
Okay. Have you Googled some competition?
Yes. Yes, please.
Well, yeah, there are very similar. Okay. Apple may have one. Some other companies may have the similar product as
But
well.
the Apple one is how do you say the
It's Apple Pencil. It's released on I think on this November.
Yeah. Okay. The new iPad, you mean?
It's the
Yeah,
new
the
iPad
iPad,
with
so-
some stylus pen.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the interface and experience is different from ordinary computer. So we can provide ordinary
Yes, you would say so.
the share or something.
Yes, but technically it might be very different. Right?
Yes.
So okay, all right. So okay, what would you test if you're given a little more time? What would be your next prototyping and testing? What would you say?
This can really provide a writing experience. Handwriting experience.
Okay, how would you test?
I'm not sure.
Because if you use just an ordinary notebook, of course it
Yeah.
feels like a notebook.
Yes.
Because it's a notebook.
Yeah.
So you need to solve the riddle, right? You need to solve the riddle. You will be providing a device, but you want them to feel like a notebook.
Yes.
So what will be your next move?
To make some budget.
Yes. Well, so think about this. I'm asking them, but I'm basically asking you guys. So there's a point. Sometime in the design process, you gotta go. Okay, maybe we really need to, invest some time and money. So do you think this is now it's a decision time to make a decision to go forward with a big money and big time? What do you say, David? Awfully quiet.
Well, I will not put money to go higher resolution.
Why not?
Because it is not clearly distinctive that the alternative that user can do.
Yeah.
So,
or maybe the other way is you're not very sure if the user really like this value or not.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So probably I might go for maybe other key distinctive function.
Yeah.
That people really like it.
Yeah.
This is like, come on, it's just like iPad.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe if I were in your team, I would try to look around and go observe whether people are liking the current solution.
Yeah.
Writing on the digital device. How about the new iPad? Yeah. Probably I'll do some analysis or investigation on the current existing product and learn if there's any chance of that value. Right? It's because testing that value directly gonna be very difficult. Right? So maybe you want to start off by looking if that value do exist or not. Maybe. By looking into the opposite direction.
And actually they talk with one person
Yeah.
that says that he wants to write it, but maybe there's another person that don't need to write it. And then the solution of the storage of the pen USB would be good. So maybe you are killing your idea to this person, but maybe it's still a good idea to another person.
Sure. So
I think the idea of the storage and the USB in the same device, I think this is what is needed. Maybe you should see for whom this could be good.
Yes. Yes. And yeah, it's a good point. I mean, you really want to know whether there is a people like, so to say, a group of target customer do exist or not. Okay? You want to get that feeling as early as possible. Don't just think if you have a good product, somebody will buy it. Don't think that. Okay? We did that in Honda, we failed. Okay? And then a lot of companies like Sony, even Apple, Microsoft, they do all the same, right? They think they have a good product, they'll fly. But no. The history proven, it does not work that way. Alright? That's why in design thinking, design thinking is coming from Palo Alto, where Apple is, where Xerox is. Alright? That's why they're saying this. We need to understand if there's a value or not, even before we build anything or invest any time on engineering. Okay? So that's the whole point. Good. So I like your decision not going further unless you know there's a value, and then unless there's a people that might accept your value. Alright? Good. Alright, let's move upstairs. Two teams showing a huge thing.
Finally. No, finally.